fight the power like Big Chuck.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Domain expansion.
Road 1 production.
Welcome to the abyss. The unstoppable one. I am the illest, no doubt. Sporadic, eternal fire. There is no putting me out. I'm sending fiery rain, destroying cities and towns. The government never changed, so I'm taking them out. The FBI is a bitch. The CIA is a bitch. The NSA is a bitch. I know they watching this shit. We fuck around and get hit. My rebels fully equipped to take the enemy down and ride out in their whip. And counting all of the chips. We about to go on the flight. World leaders get hit. Assassination delight. We fly out through the night like Batman in this bitch. Outlandish with kicks, punches, and damage and shit. I call my gun Michael Knight. That bitch come with a kit. AI robotic weapons. That bitch be talking this shit. Explosive hollows exist and turn your body to mist. The god of fire is here. Now welcome to the abyss. 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 The immovable one. Welcome to my domain. The chopper faded into pieces. Throw away the remains. Rapid fire your chains. Hear you screaming in pain. My pride boiling your flame. Disintegrate all you lanes. Your fears will never change. So I'm hunting you down. I know you got me surrounded. I'm still taking you out. I'm hacking shit with my phone. Turn out all of the lights. Popping cops as I go. I gotta dig through the night. In the heat of the night. I keep a heat with the sight. In your sleep as I snipe. While you sleep with your wife. I'm hopping from roof to roof. Ninja warrior shit. My RPG is equipped. Your helicopter got hit. I cause a solar eclipse and send a fiery storm. Exploding government buildings. Revolution reborn. I am the shit, just admit. This is that warrior mix. The god of fire is here. Welcome to the abyss. 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 Welcome to the abyss.
We'll be bringing you our countdown to the end of days, along with all you
Welcome to the abyss. Welcome to the abyss.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality. Bakushi thinks he's won the game, but he didn't count on a pinch hitter.
All is continuous vibration, always in motion. Conductor of energy, assault in the ocean. Serpent is the sine wave, polarities interwoven. A chemical sorcery, elixirs and potions. Resonant frequencies, molecular explosions. Your daily programs is heavy doses of hypnosis. People walk around blind even though their eyes are open. No time for ideological salesmen with biblical notions. That box in your room, televised lies through your vision. It doesn't matter your race, status, or religion. No longer have to beat you when your mind is locked in prison. That food is filled with toxins, it's why you can't think clear. Illusion of choice is your option while keeping all in fear. Load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here. I said load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space. So get the fuck out my face.
In the instant, I changed the mission with photosynthesis. Witness the synthesis, rip it in the song instruments. Feel the frequency, energy off this Hennessy synergy. Literally goals that take us to infinity. Reading articles, all is horrible, calling audibles. I'm remarkable, I shot a fed at a carnival. Dust and particles, follicles gon' be everywhere. Heavy pair of some pistols, I shot him holding that teddy bear. Fuck the system, let's keep it simple, let's raise the temple. Make them triple while you're going to where they all assemble. Not Avengers, I'm the Avenger, I seek the injure. Kept my temper till I stuck the hidden blade up in her. Fuck the ruler, here's what they doing to you. Poison water in the food is what you put into you. I'm the shooter with new maneuvers. Caught back to Ruger, super trooper. He is gonna need a pooper scooper. The revenge of Montezuma. Rocking my Pumas, uppercut like a Kuma, sending you straight to Luna. Cosmic verses from universes on new excursions, emerging the virgin. I pull back the iron curtain. War leaders are war eaters, born cheaters, war sneakers, rearrange their core features. Born reaper, hurricane, the sword keeper, form ether, burn all of the mold geezers. Up in government, parliament, bitch, I'm tarnishing arguments, ain't no bargaining, throw a bomb in the audience. I'm the guardian, strange you all in the cardigan, rearrange the universe, I am the artisan.
We ain't in the same place or occupy the same space. So get the fuck out my face.
As a king, fighting the spirit of Mesa King, vibing to my queen, playing the tambourine while I'm eating the tangerine. My plasma was replaced with gasoline. Got the blood of the Elohim, manifesting through a dream, a shit you never seen. I got the eyes of Medusa and the hands of Wolverine. Astral project with my inner being. We locked in the inner ring, hoping the Anunnaki intervene. While the world is under siege, they got an abyss under the sea, living underneath. Lightning struck me standing under a tree while I was crumbling weed and an angel swooped down, put me under her wing. Now she shields me from my desires the devil brings. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality.
What's up? D. Allen Warren, Dom, Three Fingers, Tommy. Peace to everybody. Excuse me. Well, as of April 13th, which I think was Monday. What's today? The 17th? Today's the 16th. So, yeah, Monday. The Congress passed H.R. 8250 to require operating system providers to verify the age of any user of an operating system and for other purpose. And that's where they're going to leave open the other purpose part, which is not good. Where now you must provide all your information to go on the internet to keep children safe. They're always using an excuse. Their excuse is always to keep safe, which is a crock of shit. It's more like It's called the Parents Decide Act. Yeah, okay. That's a joke. When they name these acts, it reminds me of the world stage. Act this, act that. But the Parents Decide Act, that's a fucking joke. That's a slap in the parents' face. So they got to make a law because parents can't do their fucking job correctly. So they're going to put this bill in place. That's stupid. Like, that's going to stop anything. You know how you stop predators? You put them in a fucking prison for a long time. And that means we start with these politicians that are predators, like Trump and all these people. That's how you stop predators. You don't give them probation or fucking... You know, if a dog bites a child, they put it to death. But if a chomo hurts a child, they give him probation. How does that work? We'll see how this goes. It says, be enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America, the divided states of America. Section 1, short title, whatever that means. This act may be cited as the Parents Decide Act. Required age verification for users of operating systems. A, requirements. An operating system provider with respect to any operating system of such provider shall carry out the following. 1. Require any user of the operating system to provide the date of birth of user in order to A, set up an account on the operating system, B, use the operating system. 2, if the relevant user of the operating system is under 18 years of age, require a parent or legal guardian of the user to verify the date of birth of the user. And again, this is being done because parents can't do their fucking job correctly, I guess, right? Or is it the excuse of the parents don't do their job correctly? Well, I think it's B, more or less. They're going to use this to do other things, as always. Where was I? All right, 2, if the relevant user of the operating system is under 18, blah, blah, blah. All right, the guardian of the user to verify the date of birth of the user. 3, develop a system to allow an app developer to access any information as is necessary, collected by operating system to carry out the section and any regulation promulgated. Yeah, promulgated. What does that mean? Promulgated. It means, let's see if I even said it right.
Promulgate.
No, it's promulgated, you stupid computer lady. It says put a law or degree into effect by official proclamation. Whatever. Under the section to verify the date of birth of a user of an app of the app developer. And then it says B. So where was A? 3A didn't even exist. So now we're at B. Safe harbor. An operating system provider may not be held liable for a violation of a provision of this act or a regulation promulgated under this act if the provider follows the requirements described in such provision or regulation. So who will be held accountable? The parent? Enforcement by commission. 1. Unfair or deceptive acts or practices. A violation of the section or a regulation promulgated under the section shall be treated as a violation of a regulation under section 18A1B elemental fucking P. All right, no, I'm joking. Oh yeah, it says 18A1B of the Federal Trade Commission Act. 15 USC 57 AA1B elemental PQRSTUV regarding unfair or deceptive acts or practices. 2. Power of commission. The commission shall be enforced. The commission shall enforce this section and any regulation promulgated under this section in the same manner, by the same means, and with the same jurisdiction, powers, and duties, as though all applicable terms and provisions of the Federal Trade Commission Act. What the fuck does the Trade Commission Act have to do with anything? So they're the FTCA.
I could tell you, Charles, if you want to know.
Yeah.
Your property. So once your property, that's what they trade.
Yeah.
This kind of attaches to the birth certificate.
See, it keeps saying, any person who violates this section or regulation promulgated under this act section shall be subject to the penalties and entitled to the privileges and immunities provided in the Federal Trade Commission Act. Mm-hmm. It doesn't say your punishment yet. I'm gonna have to look into the Federal Trade Commission Act then. That's where the punishment probably is.
Mm-hmm. Again, person, your persona, the mask, whether you know it or not. And commission could be, they can commission law officers to enforce it, judges. This is more about the credit system, Chuck.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know that. But that's why it said in the beginning, I'll get back to it. It left it open for others. When it said in the beginning, hold on. It says right here in the beginning. It says right here, the first thing it says, to require operating system providers to verify the age of any user of an operating system and for other purposes. That alone, and for other purposes, says it all. So there'd be other things this would be used for, like digital ID.
Well,
maybe more stuff.
We've done that way before digital ID. The SIN, birth certificate numbers, driver's license, those are all IDs. So the example, if you don't mind, Chuck, the example I can give is this thing is no different than you have a house, you pay property tax, so you're paying to somebody, and you actually have you have to enforce it on yourself to make sure you maintain the house and the land that you're paying taxes to. So it's the same idea. They haven't done nothing new. They just use different terms, whether it's digital, that is part of the why they strike people down on YouTube. It's a credit system. It's an obedience system.
It says, all right, where was I? It says right here, powers of commission. The commission shall enforce this section. Oh, they love sex, man. Section. And any regulation promulgated under this section in the same manner, by the same means, and with the same jurisdiction, powers. I already read this. And duties. I gotta see who the commission is. Oh yeah, the Federal Trade Commission Act. They were formed, I already looked them up right here. 1914. The primary goal of the 1914 Act was to create an agency aimed at preventing unlawful, anti-competitive, they don't like competition, and deceptive acts in commerce. So they get to decide what's deceptive acts. Curbing monopolistic. What's that? Curbing. Let me see. Monopolistic. Relating to a person or business that has exclusive possession or control of a supply. Monopolistic. Trend beyond what was covered by the Clayton Act. Man, they create all these acts. Isn't that funny that it's the world stage and they have acts?
Yep. Action, actually, practical, the word fact. The word act is in all of those words. We're all living in the illusion. We're all actors, actresses. But then a lot of people go into the illusion thinking that they're those things. Sorry, Chuck. By the way, did you celebrate or has it not occurred yet, your birthday? Has it come and gone, Chuck?
No.
Okay.
It's Sunday.
Well, happy, celebrate that birthday. Hope you enjoy it.
Nah, I never celebrate it. I haven't celebrated it in, I don't know how long, very long time. It's nothing to celebrate. I mean, it's just another day.
Well, it was a day a long time ago.
Right.
We just choose to celebrate it. If we don't, I get it. It's just another day. It's another cycle or whatever.
I try not to even pay attention to my age either, or the age of my automobile.
Mm-hmm. But that's the irony, Charles. Whether we do or not, other people do follow the age, and they understand how it works. Outside of this one's own personal vessel age. So the fact that we're in the age of Aquarius, we use labels like Aquarius. It's all about the air. Hence why we have Wi-Fi.
Federal Trade Commission Act, but I don't know. I don't get how a Trade Commission Act is involved with. No later than 180 days after the date of the enactment of this act, the commission shall, they say this word like every fucking sentence, promulgate under section 553 of Title V United States Code regulations to carry out the section, including regulations relating to the following: how an operating system provider can give up their fucking rights and just put your information in the computer, which they already have. So I just don't get it. I know you anyway. It's. I seen a video yesterday of these cops, and these teenagers are walking in the street. And the crazy part is how selective cops are. He had just passed in the car, Brian pointed out, which was 3 kids playing basketball in the street. Cop drives past them and pulls up to these teenagers and fucks with them because they were walking in the street. And then he starts asking them for an ID. They always got to escalate the situation, man. He couldn't just say, don't walk in the street. All right, have a good day. Nope, he's got to get out of the car. He's got to, what's the word I'm looking for? Assert his authority. He ended up body slamming the 14-year-old girl on her fucking face. And the mother was flipping out. Then they arrest the mother, and she's apologizing at the end. I would have never apologized. This guy, a man, slammed a girl on her fucking. I don't know. These cops are something else nowadays, man. All that for someone walking in the road. Like, I thought this is America. We're not even free to walk in the fucking street.
Do you think they wake up in the morning? Chuck, do you think they wake up? Do you think they wake up in the morning thinking that's what they're going to do?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So if there is no policies being made, do you think they would actually last long at their job? I'm going with this, Chuck, because there's policies that they're told they can do.
Yeah, there's tons of them, like loopholes and shit.
Well, that's not loopholes. Those are just policies. The loopholes is for everybody else to understand. So once a police officer knows that's the policies, more times than not, they've already been trained, so they're so deep into their profession that they say, "Well, I don't believe in doing it."
They're robots, man.
Very much so, but most people are robots. What do you think the whole marketing scheme is all about? I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. I like certain types of music. That's all robotic.
Yeah, they're going to enforce the road, the road piracies.
Yeah.
Looking for reasons to ticket people and all. That's insane, man. It's like harassment and extortion.
It can be. It can be perceived as that, and it probably is for most people if they're only using it from a limited view. But if there's policies being made, and it's not really about right and wrong, it's about actually obedience. And if the child that's 14 years old by the mother don't understand the policy, then you really didn't raise your kid. Now, they might turn around and say, yeah, but I taught my kid to be right and wrong. I said, that's not the system that we're in. This is not about right and wrong. How many people are checked that you know, and you could probably even say for yourself, you don't have to openly admit it, where a person gets pulled over for speeding? Is it because they understand right and wrong, or they got caught? Which one is it?
Both, actually.
It could be both, exactly. But if it was right and wrong, then they would say, well, I would never do, I'll just do the speed limit if that's necessary. But then I would question, why are the corporations allowed to build cars?
No, I'm all for that. You get caught speeding, you're going to get a ticket, you fucking...
But that's about getting caught.
Other things come with it then after that, like, the cops can't just pull them over for speeding and
you know why they can't do that? And you know why they can't
pull them out the car and start ripping their car apart, like stuff like that.
Chuck, but do you understand that? Before you go on, do you understand why they're not allowed to pull you over for only a speeding ticket? Because somebody else made the rules. They can change that rule at any time. It's called suspicion. If they're under suspicion because you're driving a commerce
That's
car,
the new crime.
There you go.
Crime.
There you
Suspicion.
go. Sure. No different if all of a sudden you go into a community where it's a bunch of gangsters and they see you, they've never seen you before, happen to be a light-skinned guy. They're going to be suspicious of you, are they not? Or they're going to play with you.
I've never had that problem.
I know you never have, but if you've been in some of those areas, Chuck, trust me, you'd be fair game. Now you might turn around and say, okay, but I'll fight them back. I said, maybe for a while. Now, either you're going to get booted out of that.
I've been in areas where there's only black people. I walked over
it's not about color. I was just using that as an example because once you're in a policy, and let's say you're police officers, they value the concept, Chuck. Like you said, you don't value the age of your body. But if they do you understand how the game is warped now? If they believe in all that stuff and the people that they're actually trying to adhere to or punish, they believe in it too. And once they believe, then what are you going to do about it? For most people, they don't realize forget about the punishment. What is your reward? Your reward for jaywalking. What's your reward if you play a lottery ticket? Now, those systems are all set up for us. Whether or not we actually have an input into it. So now, if they're going to say, listen, they're going to use the disguise of saying parents have to monitor where their kids are online or whatever. No, that's just a front. Because who they're going to give commission is they're going to punish the parent. And then the parents say, yeah, but how can I monitor my kids? I said, did you not buy one of our products? Did you not buy a laptop or a cell phone? Sure you did. Did you check that check mark at the very bottom when it said you agree to all of this long listed legalese? Yes. Now this is when people get bum hurt and say, yeah, but that's not right. I said, is it really about right and wrong, or is it about being obedient or ignorant? Most people, Chuck, are ignorant. They're not obedient. And the reason why they couldn't enforce it because they never get all of us slaves, which is another trading mechanism, to buy their technology, whoever they are, Chuck. As me and you are on a laptop or a computer or a cell phone or a pager, whatever. That's the game that we're in. Now, you can look at it as an actor and say, okay, they jail me, whoopie-doo. They steal from me, whoopie-doo. That's a tough one for most people because most people aren't developed emotionally. The police officers that aren't developed emotionally is the same people that they beat up. Or they pull you over, a little siren in the back. You're thinking, what did I do wrong? This is not about right and wrong. They've been told. This is the mandate. We have to pull over so many people that are suspicious. Doesn't matter their color of the skin. Maybe pull them over because they have their pants wearing really low, or
So
they're wearing
we got to suck them dry for some of their money.
Maybe it could be about money, Chuck, but I think it's beyond money, Chuck. Because if it was only about money, then why did they shut the economy down for 2 years and now they're going to a digital system? It's not about money. It's about power.
About me. Yeah, I know. For those people, I'm talking about the lower. Cops are still at the bottom of the totem pole. They might have a uniform and a little bit of authority, but at the end of the day, they're still goyim at the bottom.
We're all goyams. At that point, we're all goyams. I would even be surprised the elites are goyams. But again, everybody's going to settle for their like classifications. I'm a billionaire. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. That's nice. If this is really about awareness, I know a lot of times it's not about awareness. It's just about, I'm going to complain because I got a paper cut, and I think he did it. Which is funny. I perceive it as funny. Not taken away from the other people that literally experience certain violence. But then again, we have to take into account those people that have experienced wealth.
I've never seen cops like they are today. They're more aggressive and escalate everything.
Yeah.
They're not looking for the easy route. Like, oh, okay, you're in the street. Like I said, just tell them to not be in the street and keep it moving. No, they got it.
Everything's accelerated.
It's insane.
Gas is accelerated, food's accelerated, rent is accelerated. So we're going to think human behavior is not going to accelerate. Doesn't matter which way you want to perceive that acceleration.
Idiocracy is accelerated.
Yes, it has. And you know who more or less the ones that are idiocracy? The masses. And part of the masses are police officers. Not to say all of them. It's like most people are on Streamline. They might be, but not all of them.
I'm an idiot.
No, well, at least you're being humble enough. You're being honest.
I'm an idiot for fucking. What's the word I'm looking for? I need to smoke some weed.
You don't have to break it down to the details, Chuck. The fact that you're humble enough to admit it, then you can actually, socialize with us, the rest of us idiots. It's usually the guy that thinks I'm not an idiot. I say, oh, you're better than us.
For a word to say, I'm an idiot for entertaining it. That's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Entertain all this bullshit.
If we're complaining about it, that's a form of being an idiot. Unless somebody's going to say, okay, what can be done about it? Well, we have to know all the players. And most of them aren't even alive. That set up a lot of this system.
Anything like Brian seems to think, I don't want to say I agree, but I pretty much see it the same way. We're all going to hang separately if we can't do something about it. And the sad part is, I think we are all going to hang separately.
Yeah, probably. It's always going to be a lone journey. Now somebody might do the deed for you and say, listen, I'll hang your vessel for you. Sure, there you go. But you're not going to hang me. It goes back to slave and mastery. If you truly know who you are, you can't give somebody your slave men, let alone your mastery. That's an illusion. But here, you could do that. You can do that to my suit. Again, most people are caught up in flesh and blood, Chuck, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to hear, when people complain or whatever. But it's still a suit nevertheless, even though some people don't like hearing the word. You could call it a temple. Call it you then if you want. But then you would have to question it. And where do I go when I go to sleep?
It's a temple, more like a rental. Look at it as a rental.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a short rental with a lot of details to it. If you do this, you get punished for this. If you do that, you get rewarded, but yet you get punished because you did what we asked you to do.
What is this?
Anyway, Charles, I got to take off. Have a beautiful day. I'll probably listen to you when I'm driving. And if I don't talk to you till then, even though you don't celebrate it, another day.
I probably watched the Red Sox that day. They're playing Detroit.
Sweet. Ciao, ciao.
All right, Dom. Have a good day. Yeah, I wish I could play that video. I would give it a shot, but I know it's gonna fuck up. I have to get internet. When I move, I'll get internet. If I could afford it. Because if I get this internet, I could do so much more that I want to do. I won't have an issue with sharing stuff. Because I would love to play that video right now to show what I'm talking about. You know, these cops are something else, man. Like, the cops slammed the little 14-year-old girl or 13, damn near on her face. I mean, that's wild, man. A minor. And the sad part is when people don't get it, they'll say, get me a sergeant. I need a sergeant. And I'm thinking, that ain't gonna help. Where do you think these stupid cops get their shit from? The sergeant. The sergeant is gonna back the cops before anything. Even if you know your shit and you know your laws and all that, they don't care. Because they know qualified immunity saves them. They could do whatever. They could step on your rights, you know, arrest you. They don't care. Because they know when it goes into court, it'll just get thrown out and they'll let you go. But, you know, the fucked up part is people are getting arrested and they're bonding out for something they didn't do. They put these falsified fucking charges on there. Imagine the millions of people a year that go through that. How much money these scumbags are banking in. Yeah, cops suck. But they got a family, Chuck. What's this? Oh, no internet. That's right. I turned my internet off. Man, I've only been on here 40 minutes. Well, I'll jump off at an hour. Fuck it. The truth about Hitler's secret gravity machine. See, first off, it wasn't even Hitler's. That's one. Hitler didn't invent shit. What's going on here? It's the militia. Okay. Why isn't it connected? It should be. What the fuck? Britain pub. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh. Oh, wow. High voltage coils. So they shaped the shit like a bell. Okay. So what they were doing is recreating the vibration of a bell. That's it, and it looks like Darth Vader's hat. This German vehicle. Very fucking interesting, dude.
If the evidence of this catastrophic breakthrough has been hidden in classified archives for nearly 80 years.
Really?
Locked away by governments who understood that releasing such knowledge could fundamentally alter the balance of global power and rewrite everything we thought we knew about the limits of human scientific achievement and the boundaries of physical reality. This is the extraordinary and largely untold story of Adolf Hitler's secret anti-gravity experiments. A program so classified, so revolutionary, and so deeply buried in the shadows of the Third Reich that even today, most of the world remains completely unaware that Nazi scientists were allegedly working on technology that could manipulate the fundamental forces that bind our universe together and defy the law of gravity itself. In the depths of the Second World War, as the Nazi regime faced mounting pressure from Allied forces advancing from every direction, and the certainty of defeat became increasingly undeniable, despite Hitler's desperate denials, the Führer made a fateful and obsessive decision. He would pour the last remaining resources of the crumbling Third Reich into a scientific endeavor that most conventional physicists dismissed as impossible. A project that would require him to recruit the brightest minds in physics, engineering, and theoretical mathematics, and that would demand absolute secrecy, unlimited funding, and complete isolation from the rest of the world, regardless of the enormous human cost and the diversion of resources from practical military needs. The beginning of Hitler's obsession with anti-gravity technology can be traced back to the early 1930s, when the Nazi leader first became fascinated with the idea that gravity itself might be not an immutable force of nature, fixed by God or the laws of physics, but rather a phenomenon that could be manipulated, controlled, and ultimately weaponized through the proper application of
Oops. Damn it. I fucked up. I didn't want to do that. Oh, thank God. Where's the sound?
dismissively called Jewish science. Hitler's vision was not simply to develop another weapon for conventional warfare or to improve on existing military technology, but rather to achieve what he saw as the ultimate and most glorious triumph, the mastery of nature itself, the ability to defy the very laws that governed physical reality, and the creation of a technology so advanced and so devastating that it would elevate the German people to a position of absolute and permanent superiority over all other races and nations for millennia to come. To pursue this ambitious and scientifically dubious goal, Hitler authorized the creation of a secret research program that would rival in scope and funding the entire conventional weapons development apparatus of the Third Reich. A program that would be hidden not just from the Allies, but from most of the Nazi government itself, known only to Hitler's innermost circle of advisors, and to a carefully selected and closely monitored group of scientists who were either genuine believers in the possibility of anti-gravity technology, or who understood with crystal clarity that their lives depended upon producing results that satisfied their Führer's increasingly desperate and unrealistic demands for breakthrough discoveries. The Führer personally allocated billions of Reichmarks to the project, diverted resources from the construction of conventional weapons, and created an environment where the pursuit of anti-gravity technology became almost a religious mission for those scientists who were fortunate or unfortunate enough to be recruited into this secret program. The man chosen to lead this secret and ambitious anti-gravity program was a brilliant but morally compromised physicist named Walther Gerlach, a scientist of genuine intellectual accomplishment and real scientific credentials who had made important contributions to quantum mechanics and atomic physics in the 1920s, and who had initially been sympathetic to Nazi ideology, or at least willing to work within its constraints and tolerate its brutality in exchange for resources
I didn't
and
put
the
no
opportunity
pictures
to
up.
pursue cutting-edge research that would have been impossible in a more ethically sound and democratic political environment. Gerlach was surrounded by a cadre of other talented scientists and engineers, many of them refugees from the rising tide of Nazi persecution and racial violence.
What's good, Boji?
Coming to you, Charles, my brother. Is the CIA right? Have the information on how to manipulate energy within our body?
CIA
Yeah,
manipulates everything.
they even have a code for pain, right? 55515. You meditate through the pain. You use that number to meditate upon the pain, and you will never experience pain.
55515.
15. Yeah, go look at it. Google that thing, bro. So CIA, they have already been. So I still don't understand why not a lot of people are aware of this particular thing. It teaches the whole entire process of manifesting collapses all of this thing into existence when it comes to material things, any of the things that you want. You see the information, Charles? 55515.
Oh,
They
I've
have
heard
the whole
that.
they have the whole entire file, like the whole entire process.
I wonder who thought of that.
I mean, they did put the money to this project, right? In the 70s, 60s, maybe.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, you could even cut your finger, and you won't even feel it. You have a back pain, whatever pain you have to inhale, repeat that word in your mind, and then direct it towards that pain as you inhale. Yeah, it teaches you like the process in there. Because when it comes to especially the flying power, right? We'll say if the scientist is correct, what they say our globe, is spinning that way, right? And they try to get out from our orbit. They need to have at least in a bigger vessel or a faster vessel to come out with all the debris. You know what I mean? On the atmosphere, but because if we're spinning whatever that they say that we're spinning, so at least a Mach 5, because our only flying capability can go fast as Mach 1, right? Even our pilot could go only that far. So we need, according to the science, we need to have at least Mach 5 to get out from the orbit. And I don't think we have this technology yet, bro.
Oh, yeah. I think there's trains that go Mach 5 underground.
You think so? You think there is a Mach 5 underground?
Hell yeah. I think, important, these people use this technology. It's probably been here for a long time. Shit, there might be people that are hundreds of years old.
Yeah, there is. But I mean, we see this type of stuff. But do they need to be? I don't know, bro. Like for example, Charles, right? If they really wanted to warn us about the reset in the world, right? And they understood that the flood is going to happen here, not underground. And if they created all of these missing people that are they say is missing children and all of these things are being transferred into the underground world to really to at least if ever something happened, we still have the whole entire group of civilization that it's you know what I mean underground survive like a Noah's Ark type of understanding.
I want to find an underground entrance. They're probably like, they probably are in like buildings and shit. Buildings that are heavily secure.
I mean, you have to be, I guess, a part of the chosen to be there,
Maybe.
right? But because if it's the reset happening down here, so the whole, you know what I mean? If you say what you say that they do have already this type of Mach 5 that it could run underground, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's underground cities and everything.
They already have it in LA, right? They already have McDonald's down there.
I'm talking about deep underground. Like the city Hades, that's shown in a lot of cosmology. What's up, Jason?
Salute to Jason. Is this a background train? Where's this? Is this in San Francisco, bro?
No.
Or this is just on the game? It looks like in San Francisco, bro.
Yeah, it's just a generated file. It's just looping. It probably is from a video game.
Like looks like a Call of Duty, maybe.
Graphics are pretty good. I need to get me a new PlayStation.
So what do you think, my brother? I've heard that all of within like about 2 months, 3 months, maybe 4 months max, we about to feel the you know what I mean, the gas price going up. They said this is gonna be maybe $10 or $11.
What?
But
They
because
could
remember,
shove that gas up their ass.
but
And you know
because
what's wild?
remember the what is the Hormuz or whatever that thing down there, all of them are stuck down there. You see that thing that they do. I have a Navy friend, bro.
Man, they're all in on it.
They stuck down there. Nobody's leaving
US
that area, bro.
The United States has their own oil and gas. We have in Texas, Louisiana. So how the fuck are we always suffering? You know, just like Biden said, "Oh, blame Russia." Remember that? When that started, we got our own pipelines. People are that dumb; they don't even know. And I remember at that time, people were like, "Oh, it's Russia's fault," and I'm thinking, "What?" Man, people believe everything on TV.
Look, last week or last month, it's almost last week, right? Japan gave Philippines 150 barrel of gas. Now, Japan was giving the Philippines a half a billion barrel of oil last week.
Jay Heighton said to go in that Niagara Falls without getting deleted.
You think that Niagara Falls, bro, if you could swim all the way down, you think there is a location that direct to?
Man, people need to start. Are gonna start riding buses and walking. And I think this is all part of a lot of their agendas. 15-minute cities, digital ID. You know, don't
You know,
think for a second Trump and Iran ain't cool. He probably called Iran and Trump was like, "Yo, I need your help," because they know I'm a fucking child molester. We need distractions. We need to crash the world and really not get them thinking about how we're all fucking child molesters. All of Washington probably does that shit. All of them. And that's why everyone suck Israel's dick, because Israel probably has all the proof. You know what I mean? Holding over their head. Hey, Trump, you don't do this, we're going to do that. You know what I mean? That's the type of people Israel is. Anyone that's ever helped Israel in the end got fucked. Israel stabbed them in the back. So never help Jewish people in Israel, especially if they're ideologically indoctrinated.
wow. But you know, especially during that time when no country was accepting them, the Philippines, they open up the whole entire island so that they can survive and have, you know what I mean, back at the Philippines. But in exchange, a lot of elderly learn how to do the voodoo chicken sacrifices and all of this stuff as well. In exchange, Charles, these people learn
Yeah,
how
a
to do
lot of
this type of
people
stuff.
helped them. A lot of people helped. And they ended up stabbing them all in the back. Look at the U.S. allegedly helped them in WW2, right? And look what they do to our country. Most of the people that own these corporations and places that poison the water and the food are Jewish. It's just facts. I don't know what to say, man. Now, I don't care about the JEW label, like I say. That's just a fucking label, like a gang or a crew or whatever. You know, regardless of that label, man, they're still pieces of shit. Is it the label that makes them a piece of shit? Or were they a piece of shit before the label? I think a lot of them become Jewish to elevate their shitty piece of shit. You know what I mean? Because when you become Jewish, you got more connections in powerful places. So you can elevate your piece of shitness. That's what I think. But I'm out of here, man. I'm getting off of this. This shit's boring as fuck. I'm about to go outside where it's like 90 degrees. Get some of that fake sun. You know, I need some of that fake sunlight. And I don't know. Who's seen I just want to say something about that court case that started. I had read something where it said the bullets that they found in Charlie Kirk's neck, which is hilarious. His neck could stop fucking rifle bullets now. Doesn't match. And it doesn't match. I think they said the rounds don't match the gun that was found on the so-called shooter. So that makes him not guilty. But I have a feeling they're going to find a way to pin it on that young man anyway. I bet you that young man had nothing to do with it. He got set up. I bet you someone told him to go over there to bring the bullets that he left or to do something like that. to set him up. You know what I mean? And when he got there, the whole fake incident started. Because that's what the CIA does. They'll set you up. What was that guy there interviewing for the CIA? He says, I was trained to lie, cheat, steal. Yeah, there was no blood. People just don't get, like, it's common sense. They're so sloppy when they do these things. It's like NASA. They're getting sloppy. But to me, they've always been sloppy. But Trump's fake assassination was sloppy. Fucking Charlie Kirk's still alive somewhere. That was sloppy. There would have been blood everywhere. If a fucking rifle hit Charlie Kirk in his neck, there would have been blood everywhere. When they were carrying him to the truck, there was no blood going on the ground. But people believe what they want. Anyway. Val Kilmer. I forgot who that is. Sounds familiar. She's doing all right, J.I. and Puma. It's getting hot. So she's pretty much laid out in the window. They are not even the originals. I think Trump. I think Charlie Sheen's father plays Trump. That's just my opinion. But let me jump off here. I'll check you guys later on or tomorrow. The engine that allegedly fell from the building didn't match because there was never a plane. Somebody drove that engine there and tried and threw it there and said, see, there was a plane. They didn't find no seats, no wing, nothing. Them big, you know how big them planes are? Them things are fucking huge. That building would have laughed at that plane. It wouldn't have went all the way in like that. That it would have the building would have said, ha ha ha. Because that building, the steel frame was all on the outside of the building. I was watching how they built it. And yeah, and it was made with special concrete and everything. They got concrete now where it's kind of like plastic mixed with it. I mean, this concrete, a bomb, you can't even. That's genius though, if you think about it. They got some like plastic concrete mix. A bomb won't even fucking break it. That's pretty genius. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool to build a building out of that. I think the new Trade Center building was built out of a lot of that material. Because something's coming, man. If you look at the new $100 bills, people are folding them. It's showing something. And you know, for that lady to make that post that there's going to be a 9/11 times 10, you know, for people to even come out and say that, like, in their position of political so-called hierarchy, I don't even know how she could come out and say that shit. Like, no, they're in the know. That's why. That's a serious accusation to make. 9/11 times 10. Let me see. Do I still have that fucking... What's up, Jason? Do I still have...
Hey, Charles.
I don't know if I still have that post.
9/11 times 10, that's a big number.
It is.
I don't even know what you're talking about here, mate. I just thought I'd come on and say hello quickly.
I was talking about this post this lady made. I don't think I still have it. Let me see. No, I think I took it. I erased it, I think.
How's it going anyway? You okay?
It's going pretty good.
Cool.
Damn, I did erase it, I think. Fuck. Damn it. That sucks. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, parasites look crazy under a microscope. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's Donald Trump.
I heard this thing today that Donald Trump's, I think it's his grandmother, her middle name was Christ.
Yeah.
And she died on the 6th of the 6th, 66 or something. I don't know if that's true, but I heard it today.
I know Trump's father, I think, worked with or is his uncle that worked
his uncle worked with Tesla, wasn't it?
Yeah, allegedly. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, apparently he stole all of Tesla's stuff, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. Because I think Tesla was in Germany, if I'm not mistaken. Then he would travel to the States, but I wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. government robbed Tesla, man. Because how else did they get all this? U.S. didn't have this technology in World War II. They didn't have it till after World War II. The whole world wanted Germans' technology. Then I question, well, where did Germany get it from? Did they think it up and then all of a sudden be like, oh shit, it's free energy, which it's not even that difficult if you think about it.
You remember that little story from a few weeks ago? It was this little company that apparently was working on some type of, you just want to say free energy or some type of energy thing, and the CEO ended up dead, and then the government or allowed the sale of another company to merge up and buy into that company right after that dude died. Like, just a little story that came and went. Probably about a month ago or so, a month, maybe 2 months ago.
There's loads like that. I mean, years ago there was that story about what did they call it? Cold fusion, and the lab got burnt down and all of that, and yeah, that happens all the time. Those sort of stories.
Yeah. And then I've been watching these shows about like people that invest in the stock market. So week to week, like stock traders, day traders, and even they are saying like, oh yeah, the stock market's up, but there's really no reason why. We can't figure this shit out. It's just, so the whole thing is rigged and house of cards. So it feels like right now, house of cards. I think they're definitely going to do some funny shit with the money sometime in the coming months. I think that's what this year is all about. I don't know about these midterm elections.
They want to reset the whole money thing because They want to reset the debt too. I personally think the debt is a crock of shit. How is the printer of money in debt? Like it don't even make sense. And I think they just say we're in debt so they could keep robbing us. You know.
Yeah. Whoever's owed money is just out.
Put a stop. It's so easy to put a stop to these politicians, man, but people don't want to take a few steps back to reroute and move forward. They're too comfortable, you know. They're too materialized. You know, if we all stop paying bills, what are they gonna do, man? If we could do that for a week straight, tell everyone to go fuck themselves.
Monday was
buy generators, and we could make our own electricity.
Monday was supposed to be the April 13th was supposed to be a strike day where everybody was agreeing not to spend money and not to fucking do this and that. But I think it got enough traction. But
I think one of the European countries, I can't remember which one it was calling for that, for a week-long strike. Have you seen the front cover of The Economist magazine this year?
Well, a lot of. I was just gonna say this. I am hearing a lot more people definitely talking about like the whole taxes thing and why are we paying taxes and is it legal and blah blah blah. So
there is a spot on there where it says optional. I'm gonna see if I can dig that up later on today.
Do you know what I'm referring to when I said about the front cover of The Economist magazine? Like every year when it goes out, it only goes out once, and it's the front cover like kind of predicts what's coming up for the year to come, and it's been really accurate in the past. And the one for this year is quite scary, really. It's got like in the middle there's America because it's the 250th, anniversary thing, and it just shows. It just shows loads of stuff, like basically hinting at drone warfare, and there's like an oil tanker that's obviously Chinese, and it's been converted, and it's got missiles coming out of it, firing at the US.
yeah, go on, man. I'm doing some dog stuff right now.
Doing some dog stuff.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, that's about it, really. You'd have to pull up the cover and have a look yourself, Charles. You'll know what I mean if you have a look.
These fucking people want to start a war.
I think
we're gonna forget. Like we're gonna forget they're fucking child molesters.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't forget.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. And when Indy there just said about it's a house of cards, I think that's the glue that sticks that house of cards together. They've all got shit on each other, do you know what I mean? And if one person takes them, think the whole thing's going to just come toppling down.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but are they not openly and like in official documents and channels and institutional establishments talking about the idea of using autonomous AI controlled drones as like a law enforcement crime fucking, I don't know what are they not talking about this shit openly? And these companies are being traded on the stock market and apparently they're building this shit. And
yeah, I saw a video
talking about us, bro. And why are we not talking about that?
I saw a video earlier of this like humanoid drone in a European country. I can't remember which country. And apparently it's quite famous, this humanoid drone. It's like a humanoid police drone or something.
Yeah.
And it's quite popular online. The people love it, apparently. But the video is of it chasing off some wild boars. They're in a city centre, these giant boars.
Right.
And the robot takes over and like chases them down the street and gets rid of them. And all the people are cheering because the robot's got rid of the threat.
Right.
It's only one. It's not very far from that to it chasing people. Let's face it.
Right. And see, it's like everything has a good and a bad side to it, if you want to put it that way, of what the intentions are behind using this technology that they're presenting, right?
Yeah.
But if we do just a little bit of investigating into, okay, well, who is Peter Thiel? Who is Palantir? Who are these people? And you look at them, it's disturbing right from the jump. You're like, oh shit, this is not just a nice old man in the Midwest that came up with this great idea in his garage, and this is an American fucking, business and a great idea I'm witnessing here. No, this is like a nefarious agenda, and it's all laid out and it's all presented, like I said, very officially. And
I'm back in a moment, guys. I've just been informed there's a car crash outside my house. I'm just going to go and have a look.
Oh man, good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm going to go look.
Yeah, dude. Nothing like a good rubberneck right outside your door, you know what I mean? When you're not involved. There's nothing more fun than that. When there's something going on around you and you're not involved, and you just get to be like, yeah, I just live here.
It wasn't me. It was them. Who's them? I don't know who them are. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's like these data centers, man. There's a lot of people that are pushing back on that right now, it seems like. In different areas, but it's amazing how many of them they're throwing them up like almost like catch us if you can type shit, bro. They're just everywhere. Louisiana's sold out and allowing them to build. Sorry, I gotta rinse this out real quick.
Yeah, it was nothing major, that car accident.
Yeah.
No fatalities.
Yeah, better luck next time, I guess. Yeah, I know people that have had cars run into their house and shit before, so you know where you live.
I know people who've actually done that to people's houses.
Yeah.
My one mate did it before he had his driving license. He was driving on a provisional license and had an accident, put his car through the living room of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was lucky because nobody got injured or killed, including himself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Serious business. All right, I'm done. Yep. Oh, well, apparently, I don't know if you probably talked about it already, but talking about Cuba next and shit. Cuba, bro. You gotta go mess with Cuba. Cuba.
That's a good point. Do you remember the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Yeah.
And how it was all manipulated basically to properly scare the shit out of people, you know, the whole thing. And all these years later, you know, it turned out it wasn't exactly as it was said, because the US said it was because the Russians put nukes in Cuba, but they did that in retaliation because the US were putting, I think, nukes in Turkey or somewhere like that, close to the Russian border. But it wasn't reported like that. It was reported, you know, there's always a slant on the reporting, isn't there? But more importantly, Don't have to give up.
Well, I was just gonna say the bottom line is, you know, at face value, any and all of these countries that have nukes, Russia, U.S., all of it, they all have submarines that are constantly roaming around the world in various places with armed with enough nukes to do the job that they would need to do in a nuclear attack. And the fact that, speaking of Cuba specifically, right, Guantanamo Bay, the famous prison for these terrorists,
Yeah, that's
is in Cuba. It's in Guantanamo, Cuba, and there's a massive army base or military base, U.S. military base there in Guantanamo Bay. It's a big military base and a port. There's Guantanamo Port. And to this day, and any and every day that nobody ever talks about, Russian submarines are all the time going and docking and porting up at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, all the time. So this idea about Russia being, Russia, they're all the time there, roaming around in the Gulf of Mexico and in and out of tips of Florida, going to Guantanamo, where all that other shit's happening all the time. So it's all a ruse, bro.
Yeah, you just reminded me of something else there. It's a bit of a digression, but when the space shuttle program was shut down, which I believe was the Cold War was technically still going on, and Russia were the enemies, and I use the air quotes there.
Yeah.
They were using Russian rockets to take people and supplies up to the space station, apparently. Even though like Russia technically were the enemy.
Not only that, you go and you look up like anything to do with like nuclear weapons testing or nuclear material. The U.S. and Russia specifically have all kinds of partnership and agreements where they freely trade back and forth this uranium and shit. And they do joint exercises all the time dealing with military shit. To this day, they're still doing it.
Yeah, it's a facade, man.
Yeah.
Completely.
We just trying to hang out, bro, and have a good time and raise families and fuck on the weekend, bro. And these motherfuckers are constantly with this chaos and death and robbing people, bro. We can't even have crumbs anymore. They were giving us crumbs, and we were cool with that. We were making do with crumbs, right? And they said, "No, y'all can't have crumbs anymore." That's where we're at now. Right?
They'll take the last penny out of your pocket.
Yeah, right.
Well,
yeah,
you know what I mean. It's grim.
They were fucking all the kids and doing the parties and doing everything they wanted to do, and that wasn't enough. They keep elevating. Yes. I don't know, bro. Tired of it. We're tired of it.
And it's like if you look at YouTube, for example, yes, you do get the odd. There are videos about cookery and travel, but apart from that type of stuff, everything else is just negativity, doom and gloom all the way.
Well,
that's you. Sorry.
No, you're good. But I was just gonna say what brought me to YouTube and what kept me here and still keeps me here. A lot of great music resources on here. That's music and comedy. That's what got me in the early days. Stand-up comedians and like watching concerts and shit on YouTube. Yeah.
Thing is, I'd agree with that. Apart from the comedy, because all of these comedians, even the edgy ones, you figure out sooner or later they're all working for the other side. I mean, look at
a lot of them. Yeah.
Look at George Carlin. He's a bit of a hero, but if you properly listen to what he's saying, he's definitely one of them.
Well, let me ask you, where are you from exactly, if you don't mind?
I'm from the UK.
Yeah. What do you think about like John Cleese? What do you think about somebody like him?
Yeah. Well, I think John Cleese is in that club as well, man. If you want
Yeah.
the truth.
Right, but I mean, it's still, you have to look at it. It's still some funny, brilliant shit that they put out. I was
Oh
talking
yeah,
about,
Monty Python. The films they made were brilliant.
yeah, I was talking to my music buddy about this yesterday. In fact, just talking about, you know what? All this music, Laurel Canyon, all these fake fucking this and that. They come from families, all these bands. It's like I get it, but you still have to say, bro, they still fucked up and made some really good shit here and there. You know what I mean? You got to take it for what it is.
I mean, Life of Brian's one of my favourite films.
Yeah, bro. So I love it.
I think that's such a funny film. It really is.
I mean, this is it, bro, and this is what our life is defined by. It's defined by all this fake shit, all this fucking surrounded by elite. Like, watch. I don't even really care. You know, like a Bill Gates. Like, good for you, bro. You made a computer thing. You should have got your money. You know, you should be chilling in Seattle with fucking your ugly wife and doing your thing, bro. But you shouldn't be all up in my face like this with the Bill Gates and the bullshit, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
But this is where we're at, bro. It's in our face.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is.
I find it crazy. Like I live in Louisiana here in USA, and but my state specifically, they just always seem to pop up here and there. Like we got a lot of our politicians in Washington are heavily involved, like right at the top, and it's like these are just little dipshit dudes that don't even represent me around here. Like I've never even heard of these dudes around here, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, this senator from Louisiana, Mike Johnson. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And you look at him, he's a complete fucking sellout, bro. And for the whole country, he's the Speaker of the House, right? You know what I mean? He's like third in line for the president. I'm like, who is this guy? And you look at these people, bro. They're nothings, bro. Like I get it. We're all kind of nothings at the end of the day, but he should not be calling the shots for me in any way, bro.
Well, they're groomed to be these type of people, aren't they? From early age.
Yeah.
They don't go to the same schools as us.
They've solved, yeah.
You know, they're probably it's been, I mean, yes, yeah, do you know what I mean? They don't even go to the same schools as us.
Right.
You know, they're probably taught a different curriculum to us completely.
Yeah.
They're learning how to finance business in second grade.
Yeah, that's it. And we're not even taught about that at all, are we?
No, I didn't know how to do a lot of things until I was in my 20s, early 20s. My boss was showing me all this different things when you own a business.
Yeah, I didn't figure out that until late.
I'm just going to need a quick bathroom break, guys. I'll be back.
What time is it? 10:53.
Oh yeah, it's 9:53 here.
Probably gonna jump off in like 15 minutes.
Oh,
15, 20. How long have I been live? Oh, an hour and a half. I haven't heard nothing about Trump.
I heard much about Netanyahu either, huh? Whole lot.
I hope he's dead.
I know, bro.
But then there'd just be another Netanyahu to replace him.
Right, but you know, you take your wins when you can get them, bro.
Because that guy is just pure evil. He's a pure piece of shit.
The last time I've been able to feel good about anything like that was Kissinger. You know, I celebrated in my own little way, you know.
Who was that? Kissinger. That sounds familiar.
Henry Kissinger.
Oh, okay.
The reason why we got a lot of these problems too. These fat, old, fucking weirdos, bro.
It's wild, man. Like I said, if a dog bites a child, they'll put it to sleep.
Yeah, bro. These are
But
rabid dogs.
if an adult does something to a child, they'll give them probation. You know, that person should be put to death, man. Doing stuff like that to children, and they're trying to okay it, like, oh, it's a mental sickness, you know.
Yeah.
And I get it. Maybe some of these people had done to them, but it doesn't make it right. Just because.
Well, you know, it's crimes and behaviors, bro. If they do something to somebody, it's a problem. And then any other time, if they haven't done anything to somebody and we're talking about it, if you want to say like peacetime, then we can try to figure out something with psychology and bullshit. But in the meantime, it's like we're just trying to survive, bro. It seems like they're making robots to try to take people out for some reason. I find that to be kind of disturbing, bro. I think we should draw the line with that and have a conversation about what the fuck's going on here.
They're trying everything between the fake NASA, the fake war. I think this war is a crock of shit.
2020.
And the robots, and like they're doing all these distractions. What they don't talk about is how the U.S. also has a hold on the Strait of Hormuz. So what the fuck is going on if the U.S. something about the U.S. and the Chinese ship that I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you were a country that was trying to secretly destroy another country, put yourself ahead of them, it'd be a good way to talk them into wrecking their own shit.
Shit, Iran, man. Iran don't care. They'll detonate their own shit, and then in the end they'll cap it and clean it up later. I think oil is plant matter anyway.
Yeah, well, it belongs to all of us. We all have an equal share by birthright to every drop of oil that comes out of this bitch. All these oil companies doing refining, it's like, okay, we'll pay you a little bit to refine the oil and, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, that's our fucking wealth, bro. That's us. It's our shit.
Yeah, we're being played. I think we should just take it.
Prime example, right? I live on a piece of land. I could get water from the city for free. I could call them and say, hey, I need water ran in my house. And they'll come out here and they'll run it for free and they'll start sending me a bill every month, right? They'll run it through the pipes. Or I could go I drilled. I got my own drilling equipment, per se. I paid a company to come out here and drill and extract, and I got a pump. And now I can extract my own water, and I can sell my water if I want. I can put my water in a bottle, and I can call it Water Bottle Company, my name on it, and start selling that shit. It's the same thing with oil.
You got a spring. You got a spring back there?
Same thing with oil. I mean, there's springs nearby. Kenwood Springs. Kenwood Water. You ever heard of them?
I think all well water is coming from a spring of some sort.
Oh, aquifers. I mean, you know.
Or groundwater too.
Yeah, groundwater. Different pockets. There's different layers depending on how deep you go and shit. The really good shit. In Florida, they got a spot where you might want to look this up one day if you want to look up something inspiring. There's this place where there's an aquifer, spot of land. It goes so far down, it's like this ancient water, and they say when they drink it, it's like healing and shit. Like
oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
And
I
the
heard
guy that
they
bought the
have
place,
something like that in Canada.
yeah, the city was trying to shut the dude down. He was trying to make it freely available to everybody.
What?
That water. The guy that bought the spot of land had a deep well on it.
Guys, I'm just going to run to the store and get a beer. I'll just mute my mic. If you're still, I'm going to come back. I'll come back.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. See you in a bit, guys.
I got a beer in the refrigerator myself. One bourbon, one beer.
Man, if I drink a beer, I'd be fucking slumped.
Yeah.
YouTube.
What's up, man? You ain't downloaded no music software yet?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Should, right?
I gotta go get this chip. Then I'm gonna download it.
Yep.
Because unless I clean my phone out. I've accumulated so much bullshit. And it's not the pictures either. The pictures are 1 gig, it says. 1 or 2
That's
gigs.
another thing, too. Think about this idea. It seems like in the computer industry or whatever, you know, and everything going on with these data centers and the resources needed for this and that, it seems to me that they're trying to, like, this era of cheap computers. Everybody's got a computer everywhere. Everywhere you turn around, you got 5 computers fucking sitting around. I think they're trying to turn it back around and make having a laptop and a personal computer. They're gonna start making it expensive and pricing people out to where, like, the poors will just have cell phone level access, and so they can pay their bills and shit, but they won't have. It's already kind of like that if you look at how the technology platform is set, what you can do.
That. I've watched that happen 2 times where they up the prices.
I think, yeah, because RAM is really expensive and shit right now. RAM, and I think for hard drive, it's storage itself. It's all resources taken up.
Well, Trump said, when I get in, I'm gonna bring the prices down. Prices are doubling. What else did he say he was gonna do? Oh, he said America first. As soon as he gets in, he gives that 100 and something billion to all his rich cronies in Israel. Now we're about to fight a war thanks to Israel. Trump is involving our young men and women to go fight Israel's fucking problem they started. They want to genocide everyone. Fuck Israel.
I mean,
Fuck
bro,
too.
just off top, bro, just the way what these motherfuckers are saying, bro, the way they're speaking, the shit that they're saying about wiping fucking civilizations off the back to the stone, all of it. It's disgusting, bro. It's not like I'm an unemployed motherfucker, bro. People say I'm too unprofessional. I'm not even deserving of a fucking janitor job. But these motherfuckers are walking around getting paid a lot of money to wear business suits and to talk like chumps and dickheads, bro. And they need to be checked, bro. Someone needs to check these motherfuckers. Fucking punch them with a shove in the chest and say, hey, motherfucker, what are you fucking talking all that shit for? Fucking learn to speak correctly, bro, before we fix your mouth to talk about that openly. America, Americans don't. Fuck that. You don't put me in this shit. You know what I mean? It's like if you go out to a club, it's a group of your friends, right? And y'all all drinking and shit. And there's this one asshole in the group, bro. It's fucking Johnny, bro. When Johnny drinks, bro, he starts getting mouthy and he's always gonna fuck it up for everybody, bro. He's gonna fucking mouth off and we're gonna get in some shit because of fucking Johnny's mouth. That's what these motherfuckers are, bro. They're a bunch of Johnny mouths. Hey man, what the fuck? We fucking wipe your fucking civilization up and fuck. Somebody needs to say, bro. Johnny, shut the fuck up, bro. Huh. Nobody do that. All these people around him. I'm echoing. Fucking sounds crazy.
You are?
Yeah, I hear it. It's all good. You went to the store? Hello?
What's up?
Hello? Hello? You falling asleep or you walking?
No, I'm typing.
Oh. You fell asleep on the stream the other day or whatever. Remember that? Hello, Takako?
That was sucked. I got up so I didn't fall asleep.
What's that?
I accidentally kicked myself out. I said I got up so I don't fall asleep.
Just now?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you fell asleep the other day on the stream.
You did?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's all good. He's fucking snoring all in it. I think Max
Sound
was
like
on.
Darth Vader.
Yep. I'll let you go, man. You need to take a nap, bro.
What happened with Jason?
That's the dude from the UK?
Yeah.
Went to go buy a beer, bro.
You went to go buy beer?
Buy a beer, yep. It's the evening time over there in the.
Yep. They got 6 hours on us, I think. Yeah, about to be 5 over there. I might have to walk to the stove again and again. It's about 85 degrees, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's been hot as shit here already.
Let's see. Yeah, when they do these, like, I don't know what to call them, missions or whatever, they're gonna be violent as hell.
Mission.
Yeah. This video game I'm playing.
Oh, video game, okay.
Sniper game I got.
Soccer? What the fuck? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah, it's called Pure Sniper. What the hell?
Sniper. Okay, I got you. Dum dum dum. Dum. Dum dum dum. Pop pop. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where you are, but it's about beer 30 where I am.
Say that again.
Beer 30, you got your beer?
Yeah, well, I've got cider, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a cider drinker than a beer drinker.
There you go.
Cider's stronger than the beer as well.
Yeah, I'm just every now and again beer drinker, but I like to get right to the point when I drink.
Yeah, I've been drinking this thing called night cider at the moment. 8.4%. Pretty good. That's quite strong, isn't it, for American cider? I suppose you get strong ciders in America, though.
Yeah, some people drink some weird shit over here, but I ain't gonna lie. Like that Fireball, cinnamon whiskey shit. Some people
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of whiskey in general.
Yeah.
But, even things like Jack Daniels and stuff like that, I don't really like.
That's too much for me, man.
Yeah. What's with Charles's hot micing then, eh?
Huh?
You and your hot micing.
A lot of noise.
I was just sweeping my floor real quick.
He's on a live stream and he's doing his chores.
It's so beautiful out today.
How's the weather improved?
Yeah, it's like 82, 85 right now.
What's that in English money? Let me have a look. 82.
Hot, sunny. Like a summer day, yeah.
Oh, 27. That's pretty warm, man. That's pretty warm. Yeah, it's quite warm here, though. But spring has definitely arrived in England.
Yeah, I've noticed I got blueberry bushes, and every year they bloom around June. And this year it looks like they're blooming early May. Looks like they're already going to bloom in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, the rhubarb comes back pretty quick in the year. My rhubarb come back. Well, I think even by Christmas it was coming back.
Yeah.
And now it's like we've already taken rhubarb off it to make pies and things. So.
Yeah, it's definitely strange timing.
Oh, I heard another thing the other day, a complete digression again, about the sun. You know, the sun simulator and all this nonsense, yeah? Apparently, if you stare at the sun and then close your eyes now, you can actually see the outline of the individual LEDs that make up the sun simulator.
Oh, yeah?
And I haven't actually tried it, I must admit, but...
Well, I'm blind with cataracts already, so
I probably wouldn't work very well with you
it
then.
all looks the same to me. Yeah, but I wouldn't doubt it. The sun's definitely been weird. The sky's definitely been up. I've been observing the sky since at least 2010, 2012. It's been noticing the red clouds and the whole thing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. I bought a camera probably about that time, maybe, yeah. And started photographing the moon and stuff like that.
yeah,
But yeah, there are some, well, just the chemtrails. You know, I live at the end of an airport, and you know, you know where the planes go. You know where the contrails should be. But some days the sky's just covered in them.
right.
And then within a couple of hours, it all goes that one standard like grey silvery colour.
Yep, a haze.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people call me mad for saying that. Well, they call me paranoid, saying that's nothing but normal, and I can't help but think, nah, that's not normal.
No, it's I called my state DEQ office about it, environmental quality, back in 2022, and had a conversation with a supervisor lady about it. And she was acting clueless. At first, they tried to play it off like, "Oh, you watching too many YouTube videos." I said, "No, I'm a farmer. I know what I'm looking at."
Yeah,
So
right. And you only have to look in the sky, man.
yeah. So I got to the supervisor lady and I told her, I said, "So I said, you ain't noticed nothing." I said, "You don't ever go outside and just look up and you never just notice it, and you're a supervisor at DEQ. Like, what are you doing? Huh? You don't even notice that? Stop it."
I hear this said a lot, and it's true. I don't know how old you are, indeed, but like when I was younger, the sun was yellow.
Right.
And the sun isn't yellow anymore; it's white.
Yeah.
And people say, "Oh, you were too young to remember," and all this, and I say to them, "Well, I know this, and you know, kids are a lot more meticulous in their detail, aren't they? And like whenever you were a kid, right, if you drew a picture of the land and the sky, and normally you draw the blue line across the top, wouldn't you, to represent the sky? But you wouldn't dream of drawing the sun with a white pencil or crayon. You know, you'd get a yellow crayon because that's what the colour was."
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up outside as a kid and shit. We didn't have modern conveniences that kept us inside back in the day. So
Yeah, I'm the same. How old are you, Indy?
I just made 50.
All right, I'm 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we grew up outside, climbing trees, digging holes.
Fishing poles and shit.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, that's what it was all about, wasn't it? Too much Call of Duty, that's the problem.
Yeah, you know, it's nice and everything. I grew up with video games. I've seen the progression. It's just amazing. But yeah, you got to do other things.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm a gamer. I've been all my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, there's a time and place for everything, isn't there?
Yeah. I get it though. You live in a city, right? Ain't nothing. Ain't much happening these days. Like back in the day, you could find something to do around the corner.
Well, I live in Birmingham, which is the second largest city in the UK. But it does actually have quite a bit of green space. And I live quite on the edge of it. So, you know, we always had some green space, we did, even though we lived in the city. I can imagine if you grew up right in the centre of the city with no green places to play in or whatever, it would have been different.
Yeah, it needs to be more fruit trees everywhere, for sure. I know that.
Oh, do you know what, man? That's a really good point as well, mate. When I used to hang out in France quite a bit, yeah. And in France, like, there's fruit trees everywhere.
Yeah.
All of the large parks, they've all got cherry trees in them, and at a certain time of the year, all the people go out and they all pick the cherries, you know, and they've got to do it before the birds get them.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think that every tree they planted would be at least edible.
Everything, bro.
Yeah, man.
Everything everywhere. Huh. Should be fucking cannabis growing everywhere. It should be everything everywhere.
Yeah, well, that is another thing as well.
Yeah, dude.
Considering it should grow like stinging nettles grow in this country, it should literally be everywhere.
Yeah.
And we all know the reason why it's not, let's face it. Yeah, Canada, I've got loads of photos of chemtrails in my area.
Yeah, it's off and on here, but even if I don't see the chemtrails, I definitely see the clouds. All that constant overcast, gray every day.
Yeah, but Canada's saying there she photoed them in the 1990s. I mean, I only heard about them in say the year 2000, and then they were regarded as complete conspiracy madness, you know.
What you doing now, Chuck?
Maybe he's cooking his lunch.
He was sleeping, he was about to take a nap, and he was playing a video game, and he was sweeping. So he's getting it done, bro. Yes, sir.
So what games do you play and do?
What's that?
What games are you into then?
I'm well, I'm usually big on Madden. Over the years, I stuck to playing Madden. Right now, I'm playing baseball games.
Right.
But I like GTA. I like what's another one I got? I like Far Cry 5. Shit like that.
Oh yeah, Far Cry's alright, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm playing online, I play either DayZ or Fortnite.
I got PS4 I play on.
Alright, I've got PS4. I've been playing The Witcher 3 recently, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I got one of those. I can't remember which one I got.
Takes my mind off the real world for a little while.
Yeah. I play offline too. I mean, you play PS3, it's offline too, but I
only play DayZ and Fortnite online. Apart from that, I play offline as well.
I got disc and everything. I pop them in.
Okay, we're going to have another bathroom break.
Yeah, man. Chuck. Did he take a nap now? No, man, I'm cooking an omelet. Huh. I'm doing my taxes, man. Taxes. What's today? Today's 16th? God. $10. Chuck. Chuck it. Oh shit. You might pass out in the street. You skateboarding, bro? He said he was sweeping his floor and we just heard a car horn, bro. I don't know what's happening.
Tommy's saying that Charles has gone to sleep.
Bro, I don't know what's happening, bro. I just heard a car horn.
Oh.
Total chaos. Yep. That's like way quieter.
Yeah, but suddenly the what you call noise cancellations kicked in.
Huh. Yep. All right, man. I'm about to jump off here. I got to do some stuff with these dogs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not going to be long. But
yeah, man. I don't know if Chuck's gone or if he's coming back or what, but pop back on. I'll see y'all the next trip, bro. Appreciate talking to y'all, and y'all have a lovely day, and good luck to you. Yeah, man. All right, man.
Talk to you later, Andy. Charles, if you don't come back soon, I'm going to start ranting about the Earth's flat. Charles has gone now as well. Consider I'm here on my own, I'm just going to have to say it, aren't I? The Earth's flat. Some people don't know it, but it is. Yeah, Canna, there you're saying here the city plants useless GMO trees, right? I've noticed in my road, in the roads in this city, they've taken out a lot of the trees. I did hear some conspiracy about it. It was about the 5G, but I don't know about that. But they have been planting some trees, and they put them in the ground, and there's a little label on them saying, "Please water me." So they've planted them, but they don't intend to come and water them. They're intending on the goodwill of the people walking past to water these trees, which is kind of weird. It's flat but identifies as round. Actually, I did make a mental note to stop describing myself as a flat earther, because most of these flat earthers are bloody embarrassing, because I'm not being rude to anybody out there, but a lot of them are biblical flat earthers and they've got this whole dome thing in their head, which to me is nothing more than the globe, really. You know, it's hard for people just to figure out the fact that not only is it, well, it's not a globe, put it that way. So it appears flat, but it's also infinite, you know, which negates most of the arguments these biblical flat earthers use as well, especially the containment issue about, you know, you've got to have a container because of the vacuum of space, because if you've got infinite land, you've got infinite pressure, which kind of negates all of that in my books. But it's a bit hard to get your head around that for most people. And it's also weird that most of these globers think that there's, you know, an infinite universe out there, almost, but they can't get their head around infinite land. Very weird. I think it's far simpler than we give it credit for. I think it just is infinite. Down is down. It's just a simple thing. You know, doesn't need explaining by any laws or math. Just down is down because we're on the ground. Anything you see in the sky, regardless of its shape, doesn't imply what we're standing on at all. Just because everything in the sky is round or a globe, spherical, doesn't mean that we're on a sphere. There's absolutely no correlation there between the two things at all. Yeah, I can go with that, Tilster. So what? The ground is superfluid helium. Is that what you're saying? I don't know what's above us is. So what you're saying, Chilster, is we've got what we know as the air, and then you've got the other layers above, one of them including water and superfluid helium. Oh, Tommy's going on about the tree watering fund. Yeah, I can get that one, man. I can get that. Penny pinching, isn't it? Definitely. Well, I don't know where Charles has gone. I feel a bit strange sitting here on my own. I don't know if to carry on talking or to go. I feel a bit rude going because I'm talking to you lot. I'm certain Charles will be back. He's probably had to go to the store for some dog food or something, cat food. Well, I've got to say it, Tommy, as well. Like in regard to what you said there about them want to keep the tree watering funds for themselves, and I'm certain this is the same everywhere. I know I'm pretty much certain it is in this country. This council for this city is absolutely broke. They've got no money at all. Right? It's all been, I don't know. I think it's all been stolen through fraud. The actual council is bankrupt. They haven't been picking up the garbage in the streets for weeks now. Well, there's been a garbage man strike for about over a year, and certain parts of the city have just not had their garbage picked up. So I can imagine that watering the trees is very low on their agenda, shall we say. Yeah, that thing about the ripples with the SpaceX, just you're right, man. Some of those videos are a bit strange. It does look like it's hitting something fluid, definitely. I like the way you call him the Musk, because that's what he is. A weird smell. Well, while I'm waiting for Charles to come back, I'm going to make a joint. And if you're not back by then I'm going to bid you all adieu. He may be having technical issues. I'm assuming you lot were on Banner's thing today. I missed it, unfortunately. He sounds like a good guy, Banner does. I really like him. I'd love to meet him in real life. He gives off a good vibe, he does. And Banner Tech is legendary for going wrong now and again, but he doesn't just disappear like Charles has. Yeah, you're right there, Tommy. I got to say, Tommy, I saw a couple of vids of you and where you are, and that looks bloody idyllic, mate. It looks like you don't have to worry about motherfuckers taking the piss where you are. I'm not certain if he's gone. He didn't say anything. He just disappeared. So you might have narcolepsy. Maybe you fell asleep. I don't know. Yeah, I've got to say, Tommy, about David Banner and his group of people there, right? I've been all over Discord arguing with people, some right arseholes about flat Earth, and they're really just nasty, just not very nice people. And David Banner's group, right? They're unique. You don't get any of that negativity with them. You know, they're really cool people. And when I met them a few years ago, like, you know, I knew I'd always go back and talk to them because they're really cool people. Mark, yeah, that's true, Mark. I feel a bit weird just here talk. Well, I'm not talking to myself, obviously. I'm talking to you guys, but I could have set on my own show to do this. You know what I mean? Like I say, I'll give him one joint, and if he's not back, I'm going to get back. I'm going to get off. He needs 19 subs to get 1,000. Oh man, I'm not being rude. Surely we can get him 19 subs here between us. It's got to be easy to do. Couldn't we lean on banners like here? Or have they already subscribed to him? Surely there's 19 people in Banner's group that will give him a sub. Well, I know 3 people already who later on today I can get to sub to him. So that's going to bring it down to 16. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to say your name here. It's Indigene de Kawawa. Well, yeah, but it does look flat. Let's face it. It does kind of look flat. But yeah, you're right. The rest of it is just storytelling, and it's in your imagination, isn't it? The globe one, when you get your head around it, is kind of just so far out there. It's like, what? Yeah, anybody who's listening who hasn't been to the Flat Earth Lounge with David Banner, they should go there because it's absolutely brilliant. It's really good. They're a good group of people with good attitudes. What, you thought David Banner was a rapper? I thought he was the Incredible Hulk. Oh, do you know what? I've got a joke to tell as well, right? And I wouldn't tell anybody this joke because most people just wouldn't understand it, but I think I'm in the right company to actually tell this joke. So I'm going to tell it, okay? Here's the joke. A Mobius strip walks into a bar, and the bartender says to him, "Why the long face?" And the Mobius strip says, "Where do I start?" Bum bum. I think it's Bruce Banner and not David Banner, but I always think of the Hulk. Yeah, you're right, Tommy. They are a good group, man. I've never had a crossword with any of those people. They're brilliant. And I did meet a few of them, well, a couple of them in there when I went to see Martin Lee Kerr. And there was a couple of people there that I met that are in Banner's group. I'm certain of it. Banner, right? So David Banner is actually a black rapper in real life. Yeah, they've got him shadow banned like that, but that just means like nobody can find him ever, can they? Just randomly looking through it. Plume flat. I don't really understand that. What you're getting at there. Oh yeah, the purge stills. Yeah, they did take everybody out, didn't they? You mentioning the split particle experiment there. I saw something interesting this week. If you get a couple of prisms and you split the white light up and then use another prism to break up the light that comes out of it, it creates this like interference pattern that looks like how the Egyptians portrayed Ra. And if you put something in the way of the light, so it creates a shadow, because it breaks the light up into red, green, and blue. And if you put something in the way to create a shadow, the shadow creates the other 4 colours of the rainbow. And on the necklaces of the sun god Ra, they're wearing the 4 colours that come off if you create the shadow, if that makes any sense. So they obviously had some idea of something going on there. And I'm pretty certain the Egyptians technically didn't have prisms according to modern, the way we look at it nowadays. You've got to ask yourself as well, Chill, why are they bringing these channels back? You know what I mean? I see what you mean now, engineer to Kawawa. Yeah, plumb lines. Yeah, plumb. Yes. Yeah, and apparently, Chills, magenta isn't in the rainbow, but your brain creates it. That's a little bit of a strange thing to get your head around as well. And you're getting back to your fluid thing here. I'll see where you're going. Oh, so Banner knows about Charles then, and he's plugged his channel. I'm just thinking 19 people less is just too little, man. We should easily be able to coerce 19 people into subscribing. Easily. Okay, guys, I'm going to dip. I don't know if Charles is coming back or not, but I've got to go do my own stuff. I've got to cook some food for people as well. So I'm going to say goodbye. And I'll catch up with you all at a later date. Have a good day, everybody. One love.